Is this camera on me? What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and I'm here with
Gersh1.
And today we're back answering your questions in another episode of For the Greater.
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put question in front of your question because we get those questions first. That is what Kyle Nowak did. He asks, which non-mainstream Space Marine chapter do you think has the coolest coolest trait / lore? And that brings us to the title of the video, which is what Space Marine chapter should get the next codex, because the rumor is that this year during the summer there's going to be a new Space Marine Codex of a Space Marine chapter that has never had a chapter before.
Yeah. So
Codex.
right off the bat, which ones are gone? No Space Wolves, no Blood Angels, no Dark Angels.
Is it?
I think that's it.
Yep.
Death Watch, I guess, if you count that.
Yeah. So I think the next I still hold the idea that the White Scars are going to be the next chapter, just because vehicles are really hot right now in terms of GW trying to sell them. So having a Space Marine chapter that is vehicle heavy would be good. So it's either the White Scars or the Iron Hands. Mm-hmm. I know your theory about the Iron Hands was pretty strong.
Yeah, they released a new model. I think it was like an Iron Father. There's like a gun on it and one of those like grappling things. Kind of like a Tech Priest, just like stronger, or a Tech Marine.
Actually, that would be a good idea then if it was Iron Hands, because they would tie in like the vehicles and then they could tie in the Skitarii, because that's what the Iron Hands are. They're just like
basically Skitarii Space Marines.
Yeah, mechanically kind of geared towards them.
Yeah, and this year has been all about not all about, but with the Chaos releases, they've been focusing a lot on demon engines, and that involves vehicles, machines, that kind of stuff. So since Chaos had it, now it's time for Space Marines, and Iron Hands would be perfect.
Yeah, I think so. Now, I think it would be like Iron Hands probably the best, White Scars. And then there's another chapter that we don't often talk about, but did have a codex in the past, and that's the Black Templars. The Black Templars were unique in the way they looked, and their lore was very unique because they're the only one of maybe 5 chapters that actually believes that the Emperor was a god. So that might be another possibility.
Right. They didn't adhere to the Codex Astartes at all. Even back then, if you were to play a Black Templar Codex, the force organization chart was totally different.
Yeah.
You could bring in aspirants, or I think that's what they were called.
And they're very heavy in lore.
Yes.
And based on us, when we put out a video, if it's a Black Templar video, it's gonna do good in views, just because people are really interested in the Black Templars. Mm-hmm. So it would make sense that GW to bring that out. Nothing's really pointing towards that.
And again, they've already had a codex.
Yeah.
So that kind of rules them off.
Yeah. Now, to answer your question about what Space Marine chapter has badass traits, the Black Dragons are pretty cool. So we have a 45 on them. It's an old video, so it's probably not going to be the best quality, but basically they are Space Marine chapter. They're a Space Marine chapter that has something wrong with their gene seed, and they have spikes that come out.
Bone spikes.
Yeah, bone spikes that come out of their forearms and they come out of their heads, so they look like human dragons.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Rumor has it they're a offshoot of the Salamanders, but again, it's wishy-washy.
Yep. Another cool chapter that has really cool lore and traits is the Legion of the Damned. So they used to be called the Firehawks. They went into the warp, got lost in the warp somehow, and now they have the powers of I don't even know what you would call it. They can fight at 2 places at once. They can teleport through the warp. They're basically the Saints, Space Marine Saints.
Right. And
they're lit on fire.
Yeah.
So
if that isn't metal enough for you, then yeah, that's pretty badass.
Yeah, that's a cool chapter.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, what if we get those guys?
That would be awesome. If we did get those guys, they're not. Their lore does state though that they're a hit and run type of thing. 1 minute they're fighting with their allies, and then the next minute the ally looks over, they're gone. So I don't know how GW would play that out. But yeah, that would be kind of cool.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That was a good question.
Yeah, I mean, you could go more mainstream and be like, oh yeah, the Thunderwolf Cavalry is a really cool Space Marine, unit. But...
Yeah. the worst chapter to get a codex would be the Imperial Fist. I'm an Imperial Fist player, and even I agree that having Imperial Fist standalone codex is ridiculous. It's like having like an Ultramarine codex.
It's basically vanilla Marines, but that just favor Bolters. Yeah. And then Bolters are like freaking generic.
Yeah. Next question.
This one is by Mikko Hernborg. Did you know that there are Space Marine chapters that are outright stated to have gene seed from multiple sources, just like the Minotaurs? I believe it is called chimeric gene seed. You're 100% correct. Yep. I used to play Minotaurs, so yeah, it's rumors are super heavy when you don't know the exact origins of your gene seed, because people see you as renegades, they don't trust you, and usually there's some like things going on under the scenes, just like the Minotaurs, where they were working not for the Imperium per se, but they were under like whichever High Lord paid them the highest amount, they'd kind of do their bidding.
Yep.
And their chapter master, like you'd see him like die, but somehow he'd be there the next battle. So you don't know if he's like a robot, if he's unkillable, or if different captains or whatever just took on the same mantle of chapter master and just kind of replaced him in that sense.
Moloch is a pretty cool chapter master, though.
That was the main reason why I got the Minotaurs, but besides that, they're super vanilla.
Yeah, check out our 40 facts on that chapter master. What's his first name? Asterion Moloch. It's a really cool story. Next question comes from Michael Howell. How does an Imperial commander hire and pay for Dark Eldar mercenaries? He doesn't. Or he shouldn't. Other than that, usually Dark Eldar want slaves. So.
Yeah. Lux. His question is, are either of you wearing pants? Do jean shorts count?
Jean shorts. I used to wear jean shorts a lot when I was younger, and now as an adult, like, that's like something you don't do.
I remember through all of elementary school, I just wore sweatpants.
And now we have a friend that wears sweatpants all the time.
Michael Howell. Can a Space Marine chapter or legion be built without a Primark? Yes, no, maybe.
Can what?
A Space Marine chapter or legion be built without a Primark? I mean, yes and no. Like, your gene seed has to come from somewhere, but at the same time, there's chimeric gene seed. But even then, those gene seeds that have been, like, spliced together have their own Primark originators.
Yeah.
So, yes, in a sense, and no, in a sense. But yes.
Yep. That's not complicated at all.
Right. Cage Schultz. If Sanguinius came back, would Gilliman give up command? I think he's too much on a roll to just say, hey, I'm backing up. All you, bro.
Yeah, and they're in a completely different sector, so I think they would just take command of different sectors.
I think it was after the Horus Heresy, when the Imperium didn't know what was going on and they were like kind of cut off from one another, Gilliman started the Imperium Secundus, and he named Sanguinius to be like the dude. Like, hey, you're the Emperor now, Sanguinius, lead this portion of humanity to triumph again.
Yep.
But I think times are different now, and I feel like they'll share it, or they'll split up the solar system in a way where like one side is all Gilliman, the other side's all Sanguinius. But we'll see if that ever happens.
Yep. Next question comes from Throbbing Wiener.
Whoa.
Why is there toothpaste on the floor? Is it even real toothpaste? I bought toothpaste and it came in one of those boxes with two. One of them is in my bathroom and the other one I just threw in here and I never picked it up. So it's still in where was it?
It was like right there.
Yeah.
Like where that sock is now.
There's a sock now and a wrapper of a protein bar.
A freaking like mixer too.
Yeah. And mineral water. The other day I had mineral water, whiskey, and amaretto. Tastes like Jack and Coke. Pretty good.
Interesting.
Kind of makes sense, I guess, but...
Yeah.
Next question.
In the name of Yeraya, I think that's how you pronounce it, Do you guys record these for an hour straight and just split them up into smaller episodes?
Yep, that's why on Thursday it seems like we're drained of all emotions and we're just kind of answering questions to answer the questions because we're tired.
Yeah. So ask us revitalizing questions.
Yeah. Like Jaegerbomb does. Have you done a video on Reclusiarch Grimaldus? Hell's Reach was awesome.
Whew, yeah, Hell's Reach was really great. I waited until like all those parts were done so I could just watch it in like a movie format.
I've rewatched it a couple times. It's that good. Definitely check it out if you haven't done so. But
yeah. Yeah, did we do promoters? I don't think we have, no.
No. We will, though. Next question.
Kalian McCarthy. Are any of the traitor Primarchs redeemable in the eyes of the Emperor?
Well, yeah, I don't think the Emperor really has a
say.
Yeah.
He should. He's the Emperor, but like, no.
If anything, it's like, are they redeemable in the eyes of the High Lords and the Imperium? And the answer is no.
Yeah. Because right now they've done too much. They're in too deep into chaos to say, hey, I'm backing out.
Yeah. Except for the Alpha Legion. The Alpha Legion might be triple... What is it called?
They're deceiving their deceivers.
Yeah.
They're traitors of the traitor.
Next question comes from Squiggly Line. If you were a perpetual and could choose your life in the 40K universe, what would you choose? Aside from a gun servitor, of course. Why would anybody want to be a gun servitor? I would choose to be... Ninja from Savid Everything, the YouTube channel. If you don't know what that is, check it out. But other than that, a rogue trader.
Yeah, rogue traders seem to be the best of what you can get without being interred for life in like some like shitty situation.
Yeah, or a sister of battle,
or a custodian in a pleasure world. It's basically like you're working at a resort all your life.
Yeah. Last question. What do you have? If not, I have one from... How do you say it? Tremando a la bird?
Temando a la bird.
Oh, Temando a la bird. Okay, he asks, would you guys be happy if the squats and other abhumans ended up on a kill team? Squats are in the Blackstone Fortress, so GW still has love for them. They're also in Necromunda. Yeah, it would be awesome. I want a mercenary army. I want a mercenary army where you could play beastmen, squats, rat ghoul, where you could play like every cool sounding alien race, and then you could just fight for whatever you want. Like a planet, you're trying to defend a planet, and they all like banded together, and now they're fighting the Imperium, the Tau, the Orcs, whatever it be.
Yeah, squats are cool. I feel like they're doing what squats should have been better in Age of Sigmar. Like those look pretty cool.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
Yeah, I feel like no matter what they do, like you're always gonna have that comparison. Like, oh, I like the Age of Sigmar models better, or whatever.
Yeah. But yeah. Those were the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, comment down below. If we did not answer your question, comment down in the comment section below. Don't forget we have a Patreon. A simple $1 a month helps us create more videos for you guys. It's because of our patrons that we can create these videos. We also have a Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
That's right. And as always, I'm the Sound Alchemist.
Verse 1.
And we are out.
Always used to put my freedom first in any